Jack Smith is still investigating January 6th, and this week an appeals court ruled to limit DOJ's access to Republican Congressman Scott Perry's text messages. So the order now requires a D.C. judge to review more than 1,500 of Perry's texts to and from people outside of Congress before handing them over to DOJ. Tim, why are these texts so critical? And did you get a sense of what could be in them from the text messages that Mark Meadows gave your January 6th committee?
Yes, Alex, good question. We did get a few Scott Perry texts with Mark Meadows from Meadows himself. Scott Perry is a really interesting character here. First of all, we subpoenaed him, and he defied the subpoena and refused to come in and talk about any of this with the Select Committee. He was right in the center of that proposed personnel change at the Department of Justice. We think he was the person that introduced Jeff Clark, who's now a charged defendant in the Georgia case, to President Trump as a possible acting attorney general who was prepared to take the Department of Justice into territory of trying to interfere in or suggesting special sessions with the state election processes. That didn't work, but Perry was pushing that, was pushing Meadows and probably pushing the president directly. He was also an objector, was sort of involved in discussion with members of Congress about who would or would not object to particular results on the floor. So the judge who reviews the text is going to try to parse what's speech and debate protected, what's legitimate, what might be privileged in some way from what is potentially arguably criminal conduct outside of the permissible scope of his roles of a member of Congress. This happens a lot. There's sort of taint teams that view things for privilege and then pass what the taint team believes is not tainted on to prosecutors. It sounds like that's what's happening.